As-salaam, wa-alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is year 7 of the 17 Verses podcast. I'm your host, Maher Haq. In this podcast, we take a small selection from the Quran every day and recite it to you in plain English, so you can get a small slice of God's word while you go about your day. By averaging 17 verses per day, we're able to break the Quran down into manageable pieces and finish it in 1 year. If you enjoyed the podcast, please help spread the word. Tell your friends and family, subscribe in Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or wherever you get your podcasts, and write us a review. Show notes and a transcript can be found at 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Today's selection is from Surah 30, Ar-Rüm, or the Romans, verses 1 through 19. At the time the surah was revealed, the defeat of the Christian Romans at the hands of the pagan Syrians was seen as a sign that the Muslims would be defeated by the Arab unbelievers. In response, God sent glad tidings of a future Roman victory in the coming years as a herald of future Muslim victories. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Alif, Lam, Mim. The Romans have been defeated in the neighboring land, but after this defeat, they will soon be victorious within a few years. The command lies with Allah in the past instance as well as in the future. On that day, the believers will rejoice for the victory of the Romans as well as their own victory against the pagans with the help of Allah. He helps whom He pleases, and He is the Almighty, the most merciful. This is the promise of Allah, and Allah never breaks His promise, but most people do not know. They only know the outward show of this world's life, but they are heedless about the life to come. Have they not considered in their own minds that Allah created the heavens and the earth, and all that lies between them for a just reason and for a specified time? But the truth is that many among mankind do not believe in the meeting with their Lord or the day of resurrection. Have they not traveled through the earth and seen what was the end of those before them? They were superior in strength in these. They tilled the soil and built on it more than these have ever built. There came to them their messengers with clear signs, but they rejected them to the detriment of their own destruction. It was not Allah who wronged them, but they wronged their own souls. Evil was the outcome for those who committed evil, rejected the revelations of Allah, and kept ridiculing them. It is Allah who originates creation, then repeats it, and then to Him shall you be brought back. On the day when the hour of judgment will be established, the criminals shall be in despair. None of their shuraka, or gods which they had set up besides Allah, will be there to intercede for them, and they themselves will disown their own shuraka. On that day, when the hour of judgment will be established, mankind will be sorted out. Those who have embraced the faith and have done good deeds shall be made happy in the garden of paradise. And those who have rejected faith, denied our revelations, and in the meeting of the hereafter, shall be presented for punishment. Therefore, glorify Allah in the evening and in the morning. All praise is due to Him in the heavens and the earth. So glorify Him in the late afternoon and when the day begins to decline. He brings out the living from the dead, and the dead from the living, and gives life to the earth after its death. Likewise you shall be brought forth to life after your death. Ameen. This concludes today's episode of the 17 Verses podcast. I hope that this selection helps increase your understanding of the Holy Quran just a little bit. If you like the podcast, you can subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and write us a review. Or you can grab the RSS feed and put it into your own podcast app. The show notes, including a text version of this episode, can be found by going to 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Thank you, and be well.